One of the things that we observed is that companies with particularly robust AI governance programs that were engaging with third parties because they were procuring a model from them or a system from them were very intentional about who within that third party they spoke to. There are lots of occasions that we encounter through our research where company A that has procured said model or system will speak with anyone at the upstream third party company. But the problem with that is that often they'll be put in touch with a business or marketing person or even another lawyer, but who doesn't do AI governance work. And that's no disrespect to them. There are lots of different kinds of lawyers. But the problem that that can create is that upon engaging with those individuals representing the third party, they just won't have the information to provide to you. So I think it's very important for downstream organizations to be very intentional about who they're interacting with at a third party so that they can receive timely and accurate information.
Yeah, I think that's great. I mean, the other thing to sort of think about is I think there's some similarities in what we went through with GDPR and CCPA in terms of new obligations, relationships between company and customer or vendor, and some of the same sort of lessons we learned were, I think they apply. And while maybe what's market we sort of established now in DPAs for data privacy, we may not have that quite yet, but yeah, I think sort of thinking about it through that lens can be helpful with vendor management and usage in whatever sort of role you're sitting in, if you're the vendor or if you're the customer.
So it sounds like it's pretty important for companies to check their contract terms, making sure that, they're embedding any reviews of use of AI in third-party solutions as part of their procurement process. And Daniel, would you recommend, that they include some AI related questions as part of their vendor questionnaires?
Yeah, no, that actually brings up a really good point, Joanne. And actually, Dave triggered this thought with me when he was providing his excellent insight. Some of the more sophisticated organizations that we interacted with respect to AI governance recognize that, look, AI impact assessments are hardly the only kind of evaluation they have to do with respect to an AI system. For example, DPIAs are pertinent in many cases in this sort of situation as a potential cybersecurity related assessments. And so, what some of these companies do is they try to combine different aspects of them together into one enterprise risk management process so that in addition to addressing various privacy specific questions, they'll have AI specific questions and they will all be sent to a company's relevant teams such as product at the same time so that they don't receive duplicative questions, which just from an internal politics point of view is not good because that typically engenders pushback from internal teams that are at the forefront of developing these technologies.
All right, thank you, Daniel.
I wanted to touch base on the employee guidance and training. As myself, an employee of a company and a non-lawyer, just the exposure to, AI tools and stuff, and just making sure that you understand if you are the one pushing out the guidance or the one receiving it, that you are completely aware of what your company's stance is on AI use of AI models, how you are to use it, what kind of data you can use with them if you are, using a third party AI model. I just think it's really important. And I think it's something that often gets overlooked because so often in this situation we have right now is companies are like, let's, find efficiencies and use AI and this. And I think that kind of gets overlooked. So just like cybersecurity, sometimes, the weakest link, you got to think of that. So making sure that your employees have the proper guidance, policies, and training so that they can go forth and use appropriately.